Hey there, home sellers. Welcome to another creative home staging show. I am your host, Kasha McDaniel. And today we are talking about the 5 things that you can do to get ready for the spring real estate market. And I'm excited to share these with you because there's some things that you can actually do very easily and quickly that shouldn't cost too much money, but it does take some effort just to get your home ready to sell. So let's dive into this episode. So first of all, we're going to start with, let me make myself a little bit smaller here. We're going to talk about fixing your curb appeal. That is the number one tip that I have for you because your curb appeal is the first thing that home buyers see when they come to your home. So you want to make sure it doesn't have trash cans in the front, that the bushes aren't covering up the front door, they're not overgrown. You want to take a look at your flower beds, if your lawn is cut. Make sure you take a look at your curb appeal so that you make a great first impression, because that's what it's all about, right? And you can easily do that by just keeping up with the curb appeal and, cutting that grass, trimming that, going to make sure that the bushes aren't covering windows, things like that. So let me share with you an example of a before picture here. These bushes were covering up the windows partially. They were just kind of an eyesore. This chair really wasn't the greatest. So what we ended up doing is basically taking out those big ugly bushes, replacing them with some smaller, prettier flowering things, and made it more inviting with some chairs in the front, had some pillows. We could have gone a whole lot more, but this was just enough to get the curb appeal, to get someone to come to the front door and say, hey, this is a great spot just to be sitting right here. Okay. The next thing that I have tip for you I have is cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. That's the easiest thing you can do, and that means inside and outside. So we talked about the curb appeal in the yard, right? But also I'm talking about the dirty dishes, the bathrooms. Make sure there's no yucky grime in the sink and things like that, that the dishes have been put out, that the showers have been cleaned. So there's easy things that you can do to help you make a great impression also with just cleaning the house. Okay. And this is another example of before and after picture. This deck was kind of grimy, kind of dark and dirty and dingy. And all we ended up doing was just power washing it. We got some new pillow cushions in here, but really this deck looked so much better just with power washing it. Okay. It was a simple, easy fix that you can do just to make it look so much better. You need more staging tips, I do have a home staging tips membership where you can post your questions and we can figure out what it is that you need help with. Maybe you need some weekly home staging tips. I provide those as well. During this membership, you also get to download a staging timeline, and we meet live once a month to answer any questions you may have. You can go to bit.ly/staging squad to join the membership. All right, tip number 3 is decluttering. This is a big one. You got to go through each room and basically decide what needs to stay, what you can donate, what can be sold, or just needs to go to the trash, right? So definitely decluttering is a big thing that you can do, and the easiest thing that you can do to help you sell your house. Okay, here's an example of decluttering. There was a lot of stuff in this dining room. These pots were taken out of the kitchen cabinet because they were painting the cabinets. So there's a little more clutter than normal, but there was a lot of books in here going on. So they ended up basically cleaning this out, taking out the bookshelves, putting them in a different room, and actually showing it as a dining room. Nice and simple. The chairs were put there, so you can see how big of a table you can put there. You had a nice little credenza over here. You couldn't really tell it because there were just so many other things that were distracting you. So this is a great way to declutter and show what it could possibly look like. And so the homeowner or home buyer, sorry, home buyer can imagine themselves eating in this dining room. Another decluttering before and after here, I want to show you, this was an office. There's just a lot of stuff going on in here. Too many things, too many desks. And we ended up just taking out the one desk. I think we ended up donating it to. And so basically reused some furniture, moved things around in here, and showed the space as it could be. Okay. Another tip for you is basically brightening up the space. This is a really dark room. If when you're taking pictures, when you're getting your house sold, you want to make sure that all the lights are on, the blinds are open, or the curtains are drawn. Everything's kind of pushed back and opened up so that you can see. This is not, meant to look like a cave. That's not what your home is, right? You may like it dark, but when it comes time for pictures, you want to show how open and bright the space is. And this is kind of what we did, just kind of show you the lights are on. We kind of cleaned it up a little bit in here, moved some things out. And yeah, the dog's not in the picture either. But you can see this is a great space. They have a piano in here. It could be something else in there. It could be a dining room in here as well. So these are just some options of when you're decluttering and cleaning up, this is what it can do and actually brightening up the space. And then the last tip I have for you is neutralizing the color. There's a lot of times that you have loved your home and loved painting the rooms a different color, but now when it comes to time to sell it, I would highly recommend neutralizing the color. And here, this was just a little bit too bright. I'll show you the after picture in just a minute. But this one, again, there's too many colors going. One wall here is blue and the next one is green. There's just too many things. We just neutralized it in here and gave it another, just made it more user friendly, basically, because then the buyers can imagine, okay, well, I can fit this table in here. And I don't have to worry about matching the color on the wall, right? Because the neutral color will let you use whatever furniture you have. Maybe you have a blue table, maybe it's a green one, but the neutral color will go better within this multicolored thing going on here. And then this is the red kitchen that I showed you before. This is the now neutral color. We actually picked a color kind of from the countertops here because countertops kind of got lost. You couldn't realize, oh, that's granite right there. And that's the color to kind of help neutralize it and make it feel bigger too. With the lighter color, it actually makes the space look and feel bigger. Okay. So these tips are meant to help you. So please don't be offended when it comes time to sell your house. The home stager and the real estate agent are working to help you get the best price for your home and looking out for your best interest. So they know what it takes to help sell a house. And these changes are only temporary. You're going to be just moving things, probably removing things, changing things around. And again, it's only a temporary thing. You'll get your stuff back, the ones that you want to take with you to your next house. So just try not to be offended. And I hope these 5 tips are something that you can get started on right away to help you get ready for the spring real estate market. I hope you guys have a fantastic week and we'll talk to you later.